course, this week the focus really is on Campaign 2016, and the stage is set in Cleveland for the Republican National Convention. This morning there are thousands of delegates, journalists, and protesters all in the city for what is expected to be a historic week in the race for the White House. In fact, Matt Barnes has traveled to Cleveland. He will not be with me this morning because he is part of our team coverage. Of course, Donald Trump is going to be there, the newly selected running mate, Indiana Governor Mike Pence. So a lot of people are paying attention to what is happening up in what they call Believe Land. Let's go ahead and start our coverage inside of Quicken Loans Arena with Matt Barnes. Good morning, Matt.
Good morning, Monica. Yes, they have not had a Republican National Convention here since 1936, so they've waited a while for this to come back here. And with it, of course, they're the same things, the delegates, the platform, the roll call, and all the things that come with the convention. But another thing that's coming with this convention are lots of ain'ts and, frankly, lots of unknowns, because this is an unlikely and unpredictable candidate or presumptive nominee in Donald Trump. And so with that comes a lot of excitement and nervousness surrounding this convention, as you might expect. No doubt this will bring in lots of money and attention to the city of Cleveland, which is still riding high since the Cavs won that NBA championship. Now, Cuyahoga County, normally a pretty solid Democratic county, so a successful convention here could go a long way as well in helping the Republicans snag maybe a few more votes come November. Of course, there are security concerns that come with this as well, as people share their strong opinions against Donald Trump. But for Republicans who do live here in Cleveland, this is a proud moment to showcase the party and the city.
Clevelanders, regardless of party, are glad to see us get national attention. I believe that, yes, there's been a turn of events that perhaps some did not expect, yet that's a part of the process that we are privileged to have in this country and that so many fought and sacrificed so that we can have.
Now, the convention officially kicks off this afternoon, and then, of course, later tonight is when the speakers will start coming. The overarching theme for today is going to be about Benghazi and attacking Hillary Clinton on that controversy. Many military members of the military or former members of the military will be speaking, as well as Rudy Giuliani, Melania Trump, a lot of different speakers as well. But Benghazi will be that overarching theme. They also plan to mention the Baton Rouge shooting as well. Of course, that's what's going on inside the arena. There's plenty more going on outside the arena and in downtown Cleveland. Our team coverage continues with Dan Perlman, who's covering that angle. Dan?
Well, Matt, you know, right now on the streets of Cleveland, things are pretty quiet. But if these protesters have their way at sites like Mall A here in downtown Cleveland, that very well could change as the day, of course, progresses. Now, several protests did pop up already throughout the weekend. Now, these men, women marching for Black Lives Matter, marching in opposition to Donald Trump, some against Hillary Clinton as well. One man I found in the crowd told me he actually doesn't back either candidate. In fact, he's here from Chicago promoting a socialist ticket.
We're here to be with the people. We believe the protest against the RNC is very, very important. It's very, very important for people to stand up to this really virulent racism and bigotry that's coming from the Trump campaign.
And a lot of people, a lot of emotions, a lot of different opinions on a wide variety of issues throughout the morning. I'm going to show you who's here and who is just trying to get their voice heard in some of these very large crowds. We're live in Cleveland. Dan Perlman, NBC4.
Dan, thank you. Stay with NBC4 today all week long for live coverage from the GOP convention. We will have all the angles. We'll have the big political stories for you covered each and every morning. And be sure to follow updates from our reporters by clicking like on our NBC4 Facebook page. Rival candidate Hillary Clinton is also on her way right now to the Buckeye State. The Democrat is going to be speaking at the annual NAACP convention that will be hosted in Cincinnati. Clinton is expected to take the stage later this morning in Southern Ohio as she addresses the crowd for the Our Lives Matter, Our Votes Count convention. NBC4 has a crew headed there for the presidential candidate today, and we'll have a live report from Cincinnati coming up tonight at 5 o'clock.